Hello YouTube, this is SD Prepper, and I just wanted to talk about how everybody that is a prepper is now viewed as a lunatic. Uh, Shit's gonna hit the fan, and the world's coming to an end, things like that. And just being prepared doesn't mean that you are one of these crazy preppers. To be completely honest, if you think about it, these guys, they don't have to worry about, well, you know what, I lost, let's say, a full week because I was sick. What am I going to feed my family since I live paycheck to paycheck? Even just by putting a little bit of money into, those emergency rations. They don't have to worry about their kid coming up to them and going, Dad, I'm hungry. And you have to sit there and just feel that sinking feeling in your stomach of, my kid's hungry and I can't feed him. So, just think about it in any type of a situation, natural disaster, things like that. You want to have and be prepared because FEMA, wherever, if they are going to show, it's going to take them a while to get there. Uh, so, just kind of take that with a grain of salt. Not everybody who has, a few weeks, a few months even worth of food stockpiled, as well as, bottles of water, it just comes down to they like being prepared. It helps them sleep at night. And if you're one of those ones that thinks all preppers are lunatics, that's perfectly fine. Because if you don't have water, you don't have food, you're going to be knocking on your neighbor's door asking. So, just kind of keep that stuff in mind. FEMA, if you go onto their website, will actually say 3 days worth of water, 3 days worth of food. They actually, in parentheses, says canned food. And then they have your basic, normal, everyday items that, in all senses, you really should have. You should have additional lighting sources, like flashlights, things like that. You should have at least a small first aid kit. Uh, those are just, basic things that no matter who you talk to, say, it's probably a good idea to have. And just because some people, I will admit, go a little overboard, i.e., for me, it is going to be the zombie preppers. I always thought zombies were kind of fun to watch, all that, Walking Dead, all that kind of stuff. And it just comes down to me, that's a little too far. But still, I don't, disagree with them having 6 months worth of food, 6 months worth of water, basic things, stuff to make sure that, like bleach or the tablets that you put into water to clean it up, uh, camp stoves, things like that. About 2 years ago, we had a real bad blizzard here in South Dakota, and it killed off a ton of cattle. It knocked out the power for quite a few people for up to a week, a little bit more. Like where I was living, we were out of water because all the electricity that was needed to pump everything into the house, it wasn't there. So, I remember I was working at a uh, home for the disabled, and it came down to I actually had to ask my supervisor if it was cool for me and my little guy, who was only, you know, about two, really close to two, to take a shower. So, just and being prepared. To me, I don't see anything crazy about it. I see it being crazy when you're not going to cover for at least 3, 4, 5 days. Uh, so, that's pretty much all I wanted to say is, you know, take the time to get at least maybe 5 days worth of food and water. You're talking maybe $30 to $50 more, depending on what all you're getting. And to be honest, don't buy MREs. Everybody loves MREs in the prepper community. It's like pretty much, the golden apple. Everybody needs it. They will do whatever they have to get it. Have you ever tasted an MRE? They're not too good. So, that's pretty much my closing thoughts there is be prepared and hope that nothing ever happens. Okay, this is SD Prepper, and thank you for taking time to watch my video.